How you all doing? I hope you're all keeping well and keeping safe. If you're new to my channel, please hit on the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. If your notification is not on, please try and put on your notification so that when there's a new video alert, you get a notification. And also leave a comment to make it interactive, and also like and share my video to help me spread the good news. So what are we doing today? What are we going to be talking on today? We're going to be talking about our limitations. There's a lot of reasons why we are limited in the things that we do. The reason why I chose to talk on limitations is because I see a lot of young girls, a lot of young guys, they always say, if only, if only, if only, if only. But at the end of the day, wherever you find yourself is where you put yourself most of the time. And most of the time, things like this always happen because of the word affirmation, the words we speak, the word we say. Let's go to the beginning of the Bible, Genesis. When God created the world, one thing we should all remember, he said it took God 6 days to create the world, and on the seventh day he rested. However, in the process of creating the world, he created man, and out of his own image and likeness we were formed, and out of the rib of man the woman was formed. So what's that saying? If God said that he created us out of his own image and likeness, what is that saying to us? It's telling us that we can do anything. It's telling us that we should not put any limitation on ourselves. The thing that we always do to ourselves is that we limit our abilities. And once you have limited your abilities, you can't go find life. In this life, or from what I'm seeing, there's a certain set of people that have refused to limit their abilities, and hence they are the rulers of the world. They might not necessarily be the good people, right? They might not necessarily be Christians or following God, but they know they know their abilities. They know that the Bible said, they know that what God said, that we can do all things. There's nothing that we cannot do. I mean, somebody created the aeroplane. Think about it. Somebody created the fridge. Think about it. Somebody created the car that we drive and think about it. Somebody created a lot of things, a lot of creations. There are numerous, computer, calculator, digital things. Just think about especially, have you gone to some factories where you see giant manufacturing tools? Have you seen them? People created all of those things. Humans like you, they don't have horns or anything. So when you start limiting yourself, you always say, I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm not cut out for something like this. I'm not you. If you don't leave yourself to grow, if you don't leave yourself to say, I can do it, let me try it. If you don't have this belief and faith that God created you specially for something, that you're talented, you have this talent in you, it's inborn in you, that whatever you put your hand, whatever you try to do, you're blessed, you'll be able to do it. You're just limiting and restricting your growth, and whatever you want to do. It might be in any kind of business. It might even be in your education. Some people will say, oh, they want to become maybe doctors or lawyers or engineers and stuff like that. And then when it gets to the actual thing, that is writing the exam or preparing for the exam, they just change their mind and say they want to read other courses that they feel is less bothersome. But let me tell you something. Every course you read is as important and as studious as the other course that you're running away from. Sometimes the course that you're even running away from might even be much straightforward and easier. Do you know, a lot of us run away from math. We say math has lots of calculation, lots of this, lots of... I am among those people that run away from math. But the truth about the matter is that once you get your working, even when you don't get the answers right, and they look at your working, they give you a good mark. Now think about when you now do all the workings right, and you get the answer right, you get very good mark. Whereas if, for example, you were a literature student and you will write and think you've written the whole word and written the whole story, they just give you a pass. I mean, I hope I'm making sense. So what I'm trying to say today is that we should not limit ourselves. There's nothing we cannot do. Our growth, and every day is a new day, and every day you can grow. Every day we must stretch ourselves. We must see you can do it. I mean, look. The Facebook was created by somebody. Twitter was created by somebody. WhatsApp, different things. The different things that were created by people, humans. So I'm speaking I'm speaking to, I'm not saying necessarily that it has to be Facebook for you to create something like Facebook or an app or a WhatsApp or Twitter. I'm just saying, if these people limited themselves, they would not have been able to create all of those things that they created. So we should try not to limit ourselves. We should just, and especially little things are better from little crazy ideas. We just hear something in our head. Always know that when you have, when something speaks to you, something that is good, that says you can do it, I'm behind you, it's always the voice of God speaking to us, because the Bible tells us also that we can only serve God in truth and in spirit. Therefore, God is a spirit, and therefore, when He wants to communicate with us, He does communicate with us as a spirit. So our spirit man, which is the good spirit, is the spirit God in us. So when we listen to that spirit to say, it's saying to us that you can do it, some people will start putting limitation. Oh, this project is so large. Oh, this project is so big, I can't do it. So who do you want to do it? A lot of big projects that have been done. Where do you think they started from? It started with those little tiny ideas in their head that got them where they are. So you just don't put a limitation to where you are going to, or like it's like an embargo of, don't say you will do it, and wait and keep learning about that thing in your head. Keep looking for strategies, ways and ideas on how to embank and achieve those things that you want to achieve. So today I'm speaking to a lot of people. One thing I know that our youths are always doing, they're always carrying, especially the graduate, they're always carrying like a massive signboard on their forehead saying, I'm a graduate, I'm an engineering graduate, I'm a medical graduate, I'm a lawyer, I'm a this, I'm a that, and they have no job. Don't forget about your degree. I'm not saying it's not important. If you've been using that degree to look for a job and you couldn't use that degree to get a job, it's now for you to now wake up and say, you know what? Yes, I'm a lawyer. Yes, I'm a doctor. Yes, I'm an engineer, but I don't have a job now in that particular field. It's not because I'm leaving the field. It's not because I'm neglecting it. It's because I have to think outside the box. There are other things that I can do. I'm not restricted or limited and be boxed up in a little corner. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And therefore, you just say, yes, I need to do something. You start thinking, you start realizing that when you start thinking, you start praying to God, ideas will start popping up left, right, center. Pop, 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 pop. And before you know what is happening, you might not necessarily deviate from what you read, or you might deviate completely from what you read. And from that thing that you didn't read, that thought, that idea that came into your head might just be the next big thing in the world. It might just be the next big thing in the world. So why do we always limit ourselves to say, oh no, I can't do this, I can't do that. No, you say, come and do this. No. And also, when it comes to putting food on the table, the job you're doing is or the business you want to do, the hustling you want to do should not be considered low or whatever. People always look at, for example, let me speak to my youth in Nigeria. There's I know most of you who are listening to my video who know me very well say, you started again with this, your pure water business. I'm not saying you should go and hog the pure water. Never. I never said go hog pure water. I never said, but you can go into the pure water business and you will look for, there's a lot of young people that will come and collect pure water crate from you daily. This will boost you. This will help you until once you're thinking about the ideas, the next big idea, that even pure water that you're doing might even turn you into a millionaire. You never know. But I'm just saying, once you're thinking about your next big idea, keep occupied. Occupy yourself with any kind of business that will bring money, as so far is legit. So pure water is a legit business. And the capital for pure water is so little. You can do it. You can literally do it. Or start a kiosk in front of your house. Start a kiosk. I'm not trying to limit your growth. I'm trying to say that whilst you are thinking about those big ideas, be doing something that will be giving you food until you can bust 2 seconds, 1 minute, 3 minutes. Your ideas are busted, But until then, do something tangible. I see a lot of people thinking that when you say you're a farmer, automatically you have to be the one doing the digging, the clearing, the weeding, and all of those things. No, being a farmer doesn't necessarily mean that you are the one who's doing being a farmer means you have a land, or you hire, you go for, you take a particular parcel of land for a certain amount of time, they can give it to you. You don't necessarily have to buy the land. You can say, okay, for the season of yam or plantain or cassava or whatever it is, I want to hire this land hire for farming. I want to hire this land for 1 year. And then when they do it, what you now do is get laborers to come and plant the whatever crop or whatever it is that you want to plant, and then plant it. And then when it's all fully grown and when it's time for harvest, you don't also necessarily need to harvest it. You can also call people who want to buy. There are people who are ready to buy product that are just about to be harvested instead of you to harvest it. Although the difference is that you might not make as much money as you would if you harvested it yourself. But these are little things that you can keep yourself going. For the young ladies, you grew up. You grew up cooking as a woman at home now. You can start cooking. You can start doing, if you don't, and I know a lot of people are, back these people want cakes, different things. You can learn all of those things, and those things, you don't necessarily need to go to a school to learn them. I know how to bake, but I learned it from the YouTube. Everything is in our reach. Even makeup, you can learn how to do makeup. The makeup I'm wearing, I didn't pay a makeup artist to wear me. I learned it. So a lot of people cannot wear the makeup. A lot of people are very busy. So you can learn it and give out your services to them. So all I'm saying is that is not saying whilst you're doing all of these things, there's no big idea coming up. And that's not to say that all of these things that you're doing, you cannot turn it into big. You just have to start from somewhere. And this limiting and limitation should be stopped. I hope I made myself clear. Anyway, this is just me, my 2 pence or 2 penny, contribution to saying let us stop limiting ourselves. Our limitation should be, we should never limit ourselves, because God did not limit himself. He said he's in us and we are in him. He said we were created in a beautiful, wonderful, and lovely way. So we are all wonderfully and beautifully created by God, and each and every one of us, we are all talented in our different ways. Remember to subscribe to my channel, remember to share, and remember to like. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day. Bye.